Now, we also send out automated service reminders. The reminders are sent out twice a month. We send out service reminders the first and third Monday of every month. Now, we communicate to your motorist about 3 to 4 weeks prior to the services being due. Now, it is important if in fact there is declined services or future recommendations that we clearly document the information for the motorist and or what we call would be the layman, the person that doesn't understand the lingo we have here in the auto industry. So please make sure that all recommendations are clearly stated appropriately so the customer can understand them when we remind them to get them back in your door for the services. Right here, you see an example of 2 email reminders we sent out and a text message. So I will walk you through those here right now. Right here would be an email reminder letting your customer know what vehicle or vehicles are due, what's due, when. Over here is a sample of what the text message would look like. And then also we have something called a brand manager that we will visit shortly. You have the ability of customizing your communications, and I highly recommend you do so. So this is an example of a customized email reminder versus one that's standard through AutoVitals. Now, every one of them has calls to action, review all. Click here, review all. What this is allowing them to do is open up what we would call is a, it's showing them exactly what services are due. So you will see down at the bottom of all reminders, this is called a campaign landing page. It will show them exactly what services are due in a different fashion and format. And we'll look at that here in one moment. Now, what we're going to do is take one moment to take a look at exactly what I mentioned was what that campaign landing page looks like. Again, this landing page is responsive to any device that your motorist is looking at, whether it's a smartphone, a laptop, a desktop, or maybe an iPad, right? Form-fitting and responsive. Couple things that you're going to see. Number one is up top, we want to make sure we're branding shop and we have information. Who are you, how they can contact you. This area is going to show you how many vehicles are due, what services are due, and when. You have a schedule appointment button, your calls to action. This button, as you'll see as I play this video and walk you through these reminders, this button will continue to float at the top. So it's always visible, again, for that calls to action. One of the things that's extremely important is customizing the communication for your motorist. It is very, very important that all technicians are taking photos of the exterior of the vehicle through the SmartFlow application. Why? So when we communicate, they can see exactly what vehicles do, and there's a photo of their own vehicle. Now, if we look a little bit further down here, what we're going to do is that we pull in recommendations, like I had mentioned earlier, from point of sale system, in addition to your inspection sheet. So what you can see here is a sample previous inspection recommendations. Here's your topics. Again, having that picture in there with those edits for the layman to understand what we're trying to convey through our photo, our notes, and we're asking them once again, do you want to approve this? Do you need more information? Or I don't need this at this time, gauging the motorist's interest. Now, what we're going to look at in 1 second is going to show us what the recommendations look like when we're pulling it in from point of sale system. So number one, recommended jobs is how it's listed here, and it's going to show them exactly what jobs are listed. If they want to approve and have these services performed, they need to check on the boxes, and that will again communicate to your advisor that they have approved additional jobs. Like I mentioned, you have your call to action, your schedule appointment here, and we also have it down here. In addition, if in fact we send a service reminder to a customer that no longer owns this vehicle, they can select it here. AutoVitals will automatically communicate that to you through email in addition to your communication center. Plus, we will deactivate that vehicle for you on our end, so we're not sending reminders to vehicles that this customer no longer owns. In addition to that, we're going to pull in random reviews, good reviews, to show your customers that you guys take good care of your customers. And then we also have calls to actions down at the bottom. So as you can see here, your customer can click to call, they can email you, or they can visit your website.